Hey y'all, and welcome back to another fan mini episode of Catch That, where we get to know people through their favorite R&B songs. I am naturally Alise, and that's my bro.
JR.
And today we are welcoming a friend and a wonderful supporter of the R&B representatives, and we're so glad he's here, Temujin. Hey, boo.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
We doing good. And we're
That's good.
excited. And before I tell them why I'm so excited about your song, tell the folks a little bit about yourself, as much or as little as you would like the people to know.
Well, I am a lover of music. I'm originally from Brooklyn, all day.
Oh God, here you go.
But right now I live in Pennsylvania, a little small, quaint town in Pennsylvania where it's quiet.
Mm-hmm. So, tell the folks what song and artist you picked to talk about today.
Oh, all right. I have to go with my favorite, my girl Jill Scott. And the song that I picked is Le Boom Vent Suite.
Look, so you were doing a thing that most of our guests do and trying to overthink which song that you were going to pick.
Yes, he did.
And JR was like, he said he might want to do a Jill Scott. And before he could get Scott all the way out, I was like, ooh, yes, tell him that. And he was like, well, he was thinking about this. I said, nope. Tell him pick a Jill Scott song. Do it.
Yeah.
Definitely Jill song, because she got me. She has gotten me through still ups, downs, highs, lows, happiness, sadness, lust, all of that stuff.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
We all grown here.
Hey,
hello. True.
I've been grown a long time.
So even though Temujin tried us though, he tried us, sis. Because you see, when he sent us the he didn't tell us nothing. Like he was like, I'm gonna wait and tell y'all during the show.
We don't do that.
So because I knew it was going to be Jill, of course, but she has so many that I love. So I'm like, which one? I didn't want to do the known ones. I wanted to do like an album cut, like some, one of those gems.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. The reason why we don't do that, like have a surprise song, is one thing about R&B representatives is we like to research stuff. We want to, figure it all out so we'll be ready. Because see, we talking to people about their favorite song, so they know everything about that song, and we want to make sure that we with you.
Word.
And we don't want to be out here wrong,
wrong,
loud and wrong. Yes.
Yes. So, when do you remember first hearing this song, and how did it make you feel?
Ooh, okay. So, little backstory. I've seen Jill live every year since like 2001. So,
light flex.
Because not a fanaticism or anything like that. It's literally food. Because anybody you talk to, you need to go to see a Jill show. You walk out there feeling so good. So it's like church. I know for some it might sound blasphemous, but she drops pearls of wisdom. She implements music. She, you feel it in your soul. So isn't that something similar? Yeah. So that's why. Okay. So the first time I heard it, she was on tour with Maxwell. And that was her intro. And I was just like, I was like, what is this? And I'm like, boom. And I'm like, what's that? Boom. And I was like, I hope that's something that's coming. That was back in 2010. So then she released like a little 30-second promo on YouTube. And I was like, oh, let's get ready to come out on the Light of the Sun album. And then when I heard it in its entirety, I was like, and the backstory was the fact that it was freestyle. So that just made it even better. And how did it make me feel? It made me feel good.
I didn't know that. Our guests always come and teach us stuff.
They really do. Like, I didn't know that was freestyle. Wow.
that was all freestyle. How she described it, and that's what made it so great. Like I read somewhere, I think it was Adam Blackstone. He said she Jay-Z'd it. Like she, you know. So basically, how it was set up. Eric Wortham was in one room. Adam Blackstone was in another. Spanky on drums, and then it was Jesus. Adam Black. Everyone couldn't see each other really. They could hardly see each other. Some people just couldn't see each other, and they just started jamming. And then she said, "I'm ready." And all of that, what we heard on the record, the 9 delicious minutes, was freestyle. Even the transition, all of that stuff was, and like we talked about in another conversation, JR, letting God in the room. It literally was. And that was captured in the 9 minutes.
Letting God in the room, baby.
You better. So.
Did he just go off? Or did he just go on?
I don't play about my Jill. She's everything.
He just kind of JR'd me. Because I was be talking casually with JR about something that would be on the show. And then all of a sudden he busts out, be like, yeah, it was her cousin Joe was in there and they were in there. And they was in talks with the manager. And then 2 years ago that happened. And I'm like,
yep.
Like, you better go off, bro.
Just to be, I don't acknowledge everybody who was part. It was Eric, because I wrote it down just to make sure I remember. It was Eric Wortham, Randy Boland, who's a dope, Spanky on drums, and Adam Blackstone, and of course Jill Scott. They were all a part.
So when I first heard the song, when I first get albums, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't look at track listing. I just play it and let it play through.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So of course, when the album starts, she starts it off with Blessed. Then she goes with, So in Love, which is a banger for sure.
What?
But then
that's my jam, JR. You know I love this.
Oh, yes. Then Shane with her and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, she goes with the joint with Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, where is Jill?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, where's Jill gonna go with this next? Then I hear it, dum, 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 and I was like, oh. Now, mind you, I ain't even know what this was, and I don't look at the track list until I know the album is completely done. So then, when I play it again, I looked. I said, "Ooh, Vince Sweet." I was like, "Whoa, okay, this joint is sick." And I was like, "The drums on this."
Oh,
Spanky, because see, I'm a fan of him because I like what he played on Music Teach Me.
Okay.
He played on Brandy's Who Is She to You?
Ooh.
And he played on I Tried. And I Tried, he goes in on those drums. So when I heard them, boom, when I first heard, I said, wait, is that Spanky? But I said, oh, I don't know. Let me look at the credits later. So I'm looking, and so I looked at the credits. I said, I knew that wasn't nobody but damn Spanky because he playing on these damn drums. I was like, now, sis, like we always say, that was the star of the story. Them damn drums was the star of the story.
Yeah.
Come on, Heatwave.
Yeah. Look. So, Temujin.
Yes.
I want to tell you something.
Okay.
I think you kind of cheated picking this song, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because it's three songs.
Oh, it's 3 songs in one? Okay.
And the reason I brought that up is I sometimes make these little small capsule playlists, and I call them 3 songs that make sense together. And I made one. I wonder if it showed a date because I made it a while back.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't. Okay. But the songs that are on this playlist are Superwoman by Stevie Wonder.
Oh, what did I tell you, Temujin? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Ooh, I love that song.
Green Eyes, Erykah Badu. And Le Boom, Vince Sweet. That's the playlist. 3 songs that make sense together.
Oh,
that's like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
3 songs, and it is. It is. It's 30 minutes long.
It's 30 minutes? No.
It's 27 minutes, this playlist, with 3 songs.
Wow.
And I put them together because they're all 3 songs a piece.
Yeah, the transition. It's
Yeah.
some transition. And it would have been 30 JR if it would have been Donnie's version of Superwoman, because he let that thing marinate.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And what's so interesting with all of those 3, with those 3 songs, with Stevie, the Erica, and the Jill, each of those like tempo changes, those songs could be songs of their own by themselves and still be great.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, what are some other reasons that you love that song so much, or what are some certain parts that really like,
True.
or lines that just be like,
oh God, the starting lines. What she say? I called you on a Thursday, I waited for your call. You didn't respond to me. That, I was like, okay, how many of us have been in that? Like, okay.
Stop right there. Stop.
Okay.
Did you just see what he just did? Temujin, now we told you to introduce yourself, right? He did not let the people know that he could sing, y'all.
I can hold the note.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare be modest on here. Don't you dare. Now you just see how he did that, sister. He just like slow by it and then was like, and just went into talking like he can't sing.
mm-hmm.
But
on that line, what I love, so one of the things that I really love about Jill Scott in general is, listen, that thing is gonna enunciate a word when it needs to be enunciated.
Duh, right. Yep.
Yo, that's one thing Alise talks about with Jill.
Duh. Right.
Yeah.
That's one thing Alise would discuss with Jill. She was like, she knows how to enunciate.
Yes, she sure does.
Because she's like, there's some people that don't know how to do that. And you can tell. And one thing about Alise, she is crazy about enunciating.
Yes.
And names.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she does the intro of the show.
Yeah. Diction is everything in song. I gotta hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah. And that also means a lot to me. I'm not a singer, but I'm a performer. And so I think those things, obviously presence, enunciating. You want the people to know what you're saying. Now, certain times you get away with that. If your name's D'Angelo, you just do what the fuck you want. However, everybody else, they got to say their words.
Right.
He's one of my only exceptions to that rule.
As you can see, Maxwell and D'Angelo has made the show, even though they made it because they behind her. But Temujin brought up Maxwell, and you see how she just kindly brought in D'Angelo. That was real cute, sis. That was real cute.
Those is my, like, and part of it is, for lack of a better word, that neo soul period. Like, I was like purely in the zeitgeist of that. Like, I was, in the 2000s, I was in my 20s. So that music is so relevant to me and it's so important to me. So that's why I love talking about it.
I feel you. In my 20s too, in the 2000s. So I know I felt all of the, not to get off topic, but I felt Slowly Surely and Honey Molasses and
don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Don't be afraid, okay? Just call me. I'm yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so one of the and I'm sorry, it's your show and I'm just taking over, but it's chill. So
I love this.
It's one of the lines that I love is towards the end of the song. She's like, I'm tired of being strong all day.
That she said, "Oh,
I'm sorry, baby."
Oh, what did she say? What did she say? Oh, she said, I can handle it all, but in the middle of the night. Something. She said, yeah, I'm tired of being strong all day. Oh, I want to get to know you. What'd she say?
I'm loving this. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it.
And speaking of that, one of the things that I love about Jill is in all her albums, she knows how to convey the different parts of love. So whether it's like whether it's like a deep love, passion, like pretty much most of the first album, like where you're just head over heels, just underwater, like just consumed with love.
Mm-hmm.
And she conveys it because the album is very like, breathy and like, she's like and lusty, like but just undying love. Like it's just all the different loves and just consumed with it.
All the things. Album. What did she say? Wildly staccato.
Look. Our melody became wildly staccato. The rain was falling and I could not see that. Look.
Why?
And then on the sunny afternoon, cumulus clouds, 84 degrees.
Easy and free. She said, loose like bowels after collard greens. The mistake
was made.
Love. I lit, dripped down my chin and landed in his lap. Then us became new. What? Come on.
Y'all better stop.
She told the story about that at the first show I saw her, and I was high. I was on a high for like, I was not high. I was on a high, just, clarification, for like a week. And she said that, she was in love with this dude. He was really good looking. And as soon as she said, I love you, he stepped. So that's how Love Rain came about.
Ooh, So so you seen Jill over 20 times. Yeah, because if you watch Storytellers, Temujin is in it. But do she do this on her tours a lot now? Or has she done it every tour since you've seen her?
What do you mean, like just what?
Well, has she done Le Boom? Has she done it every tour?
Oh no. She only, like, from what I recall, she only did it during that run for the record.
Wow.
It's so bad, like me, and I have to give a shout out to Deshaun because he loved. Yeah, like we were like, oh, we want to hear Whenever You're Around. We want to hear Only You. We want to hear Le Boom and Sweet. We want to hear those songs.
Okay.
Only you can make me the key and lock the door. Oh,
and I got back down. Okay.
see. Okay, I'm gonna go to the question then. So when you listen to this song, does this how does sis say it? Does this I gotta get like her. Wait a minute.
Because I'm always imitating him, so he's trying to go.
Yeah.
Go off, bro. Go off.
You messed me all up, damn it. All right, so when you listen to this song, and does it do anything how listening to music, period? Like, when you listen to a song and it's like, damn, this song really gets me. Do you gotta listen to this song when you're in a kind of mood or anything? Or is this your go-to actually when it comes to Jill?
It's one of many. Jill, I always describe her pen and her lyrics as simplistically poignant. Like some artists are cryptic, like you're like, okay, let me play it again. No, she's straight to the point.
Yeah.
with her pen, she literally writes my heart. Like on the other album, Wanna Be Loved, and like songs like this, like it's literally how I feel. So yes, this is a go-to on the con. And from what I can gather, it seems like Jill loves love. So do I. So this song, it takes you from, okay, I met this girl or guy, I met this dude or whatever, and you know, I like him and he cool and everything, and oh, he's not really acting right. So then you go into the boom. That's the attitude. Like, you know what? Yeah, I done called you. I'm out. I'm a step. But then when you close the door, when you come home with your, you know, your chest is all swollen, you take your headphones off because you're like, I'm out. When you sit down and you go into the 3:29, 3 minutes and 29 seconds, you go into the transition.
You better go off. You better go off.
You can hold me. Yeah.
So sidebar.
Yes.
I know you ain't just say about Wanna Be Loved. Let me find out. Me and Temujin about to be like extra good buddies.
Mm-hmm.
More than so than we are now. Like, but to the
If
point of you bringing up that song, though, is what I love about that song is I just want to be loved like everybody else does. And that's so important. And that's what Jill does. She's like, I'm not just going through this. Everybody else wants to be loved. Everybody else has had heartbreak. Everybody else has been deep in a great love. Everybody else has been deep in a bad love. Everybody has had a 42nd Street happenstance to where they fucked up the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all these different pieces and everybody goes through it. It's universal. So yeah.
I like that, especially with Jill too, because I feel like you said it's like she's talking for you. Through her, she's talking for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
she's a vessel.
Yes, yo, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Thank you very much. She's a vessel, like for real, because it's like anytime she just sings, you like feel it. Like when y'all went back to like Honey Molasses, like
I hope that she sees this. I hope that she sees. I always said I would love to just sit down with her and just talk life and love. That's it. I don't care about
That's it.
Celebrity. I don't care about that foolishness. I just want to say, yo, how did you get through love? But in Wanna Be Loved, we're gonna get back to Boom. But I remember when that album came out and I was walking to work and it was cold. And when she said, I get sad sometimes, I'll be mad sometimes, out here on my grind making mine and I still can't see what I've been looking for. Open so many doors. For real, y'all. I just want to be loved. I literally stopped and I was like, because the thing is, when it comes to romantic love, you're happy for your friends and all, you know, they booed up on the beach or they get married, surprise parties, whoop-de-whoop. And, you know, you don't want to be envious or mad, but you'd be like, damn, I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm paying my own bills. I'm a good dude. I'm a good girl, whatever. And I just can't seem to find it. And it kind of makes me angry. And so when she said that, I was like, there she go again, right in my heart. Yeah.
And once again, like, she gets all the aspects of love, you know. And I mean, she even has songs about loving family, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's every aspect. And I think people lose that because when you say love, they automatically go to romantic, and that ain't the only love. And every love ain't good love, but every love ain't bad love either. So it's just, you know, it's exploring all the pieces, you know.
Eleanor lemon cake. Yeah. I love that too.
And how you said that today, sis, we was going back and forth. You was like, friend love, romantic love, all love.
Like, we really were having this conversation today. I was like, I love love.
Yes.
I love love for me. I love love for everybody else. I love friend love, family love, romantic love, lust. I love that too. Like, all that is all pieces of it.
And
I love all of it.
And Jill is the artist that knows how to express all of those.
Bring it all
together, man. Like, and something we don't get artists like that anymore.
Related.
Very seldom. We have them, but it's not in the abundance. In that time, it was a lot. Like Jill wasn't the only one doing that. You know, all the people they lumped in that category. That at least that's one thing those people had in common, that they all lumped it in neo soul, because India had that, Erica has that. You know what I'm saying? You know, D'Angelo, Maxwell, like they have that. It was so much.
Yeah.
Music, especially music, as far as touching different aspects of love, like his songs cover it all.
Yep.
That
on one album, on the first album, just on the first album, it covers everything.
I was gonna say that, JR, 2000, 2001, that was like, I remember Tower Records before it was.
They don't know, Temujin. They don't know Tower Records.
I used to work at J. Crew on Prince Street in New York City, and I used to make how they in retail, they cut your hours. So I only had like $50 and enough for like a token. I think it was tokens then anyway. So I would go down the street and go to Tower and treat myself to a CD. That's how I, came across Jill after getting in the way. And I was just like, oh, and that is oddly enough, it seemed like Sony was like, they lowered the prices of the new artists, I guess, to create the buzz.
Yeah.
So also I got Jill, I got Maxwell like that. So yeah, that whole year was just like India, I read Music Soul Child, Jill. It was just like, yo, this is amazing. This is great.
It was. Yes, it was.
The only thing they got right by lumping those people together is all of those people were lyrical.
Yeah.
Songwriting was on point. Now I'll give them that. They was right to lump them together for that.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Even though, like we said, we don't like that neo soul term, because I don't like it at all. I don't like it's a new soul. Soul can't be new. You know what I mean? So we not doing that. But like I see what it was, the kind of the promotion thing. But it bothers me because, again, this is when people try to compare Jill and Erica. Yes. And it's two completely different artists. You try to compare D'Angelo and Maxwell, two completely different artists, but they lump them all together. Then you got the Bilal in there. Then you got the music. You got all of them in there. And it's like, they're so different, but
sometimes.
They all lyrical, though.
All lyrical. All of them. All of them.
And you can feel like, and it's, and I know, like, I know it's a marketing thing. I knew what they were trying to get at, because I some of that artistry, as much as we all love the 90s, I think some of that was getting in the 80s and the 90s. I think a lot of that got lost, and they were kind of going back to like that 70s of these for real bodies of work and these deep lyrics and this deep musicality. Because I think in the 80s and 90s we lost some of that because it was so sample driven and all that, which was fine. It was a time, and I love 90s music to death. But I think that's what they were trying to say.
Right.
But with marketing and with people that don't understand the music, they're like, oh yeah, it's all the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Soul is soul. Soul is soul.
I'd have been better if they'd have just called it 2000 soul. Just
something different. Yeah. Like, it's just
new era soul, or something like
just something else. Or soul resurgence. I mean, just anything.
Yeah.
Word? Come on. I love that. I came out earlier, like before 2000, but Lettucey too. She was great at lyrics and just
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And good at delivering emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because our girls with big voices. Les has a huge voice. A lot of times they don't know what to do with it. She at what the kids say, she understood the assignment always and still understanding it.
Yeah, I just saw her in Robert Glasper, and I was just like,
Gonna be alright. Okay.
Y'all,
yes.
Yes.
I like that Big Time too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On AOL. You look at YouTube when she's going, she does the little sound effects, and the band is right there with her. They like in the pocket right there with her, and she's just, oh, let us see. God bless you, girl. Another Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I love this.
Yeah. So how has this song, has it affected your life in any way, or just affected how you listen to music after it in any way?
That's a good question. Has it affected my life? Yeah, I could say yeah, because music does. Great music does. So yeah, because I always go back to it. It's like a good meal. All of Jill's records are like meals. Like, you know, like your auntie who could throw down, and you know, you can't pick just the one meal. You can't pick the, you know, the fried chicken with the greens and the, you know, that peach cobbler, the ice cream. You can't just say no, I don't want that. So you need it, so you come back to it.
Because sometimes you need some grits.
You scrambled eggs. Yeah.
Do you want some money, babe? How about some chicken wings?
Ooh, do you want some fish and grits?
I hurry and go get it.
Yeah.
See, she's not go get it.
Deal that live version of Live in Paris though.
Honey.
Hey. And the fact is, I need you, baby.
Look.
Ooh. Huh.
That 42nd Street had the stairs I can't explain. Ooh. I would play that song 10 times in a row.
Oh, and not like crazy. I saw her at radio sing that, and she had lights. She said, "Look, everybody." She said, "Just feel your hands, be in the moment." And she was just singing that song, and I was like this.
She said, "Not like you belong in an asylum."
She said, "They really crazy, baby. Not like you belong in an asylum, crazy, baby. Like the sun and the moon and the something and the." She said, when we first, she said, the kind you don't wash away with soap.
Yes, and did. It
did. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Talk to Me. Talk about transitions. That's 2 songs in that one.
Oh yeah, Talk to Me. I have another playlist with 3 songs, and it has like Jill, Talk to Me. It has Vivian Green, No More Sitting by the Phone.
Oh, okay.
Because they're all songs that sound like Broadway-ish to me, but they're R&B. I can't remember the other one. It's another song that I can't remember it, but it, which is funny. Vivian, it was her background singer, but yeah.
Yep. But she actually brought that back to her live show, Talk to Me, and I was like, oh, she's doing Talk to Me, okay. But then when she did I was so fortunate to see the anniversary tour before the pandemic. That was, she did that whole album just like the record, and I was like, wow, who is Jill Scott? It's like, wow, okay. Yep.
And then we're excited because we're going to be talking soon to someone who was a major part of all of Jill's albums. So, you know, we'll let you wait with bated breath about that. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just tune in.
What are some of your What are some of your favorites?
Oh,
Off the Light of the Sun.
Oh, Light of the Sun.
Hear My Call.
Yeah. What's my line from that? Remember, one of my favorite lines, but one of the saddest lines, and something that I have felt a lot in my life.
Ooh.
She said, "I play by all the rules, and then they changed." Bitch.
All the rules. She's, I am but a child. I am but a child. Oh, that makes me cry.
But you know what? I really love that whole album. Like,
Quick.
Like even Blessed, like the single, like that song makes me feel good. That's a happy song. It's so happy without being, because, and if Jill, if you're watching it, I'm sorry, but it's a few songs that were singles, and they just were. I just don't love them. Like Hate on Me and all. Like it's just not what I'm looking for. You know,
which one?
Like Hate on Me and
she didn't like the video. She did not like the video. She said, I remember hearing her say
Golden. I love the message, but I don't have to hear it again.
I'm sorry, Jill. No.
I don't even think it's bad, but I just don't have to ever hear it.
I don't got to hear it again.
Okay.
But it's not a bad song, but I just ain't got to hear it.
Okay.
And do you know when the first album came out, I did not like Getting in the Way. That almost lost me from Jill.
Yeah.
From the very beginning.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what made me come back around on that song. I don't mind it anymore.
Say it. You better tell it.
That live album, that Experience.
Yes, God.
And that version made me look at the original in a different way, and now I don't mind it at all.
Mm-hmm. That breakdown.
And then she did it right after Do You Remember?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that part, she's like, you're getting in my way. After that, I was like, you know what? That song's all right for me.
Another song, like the live version. Oh.
But yeah, I could, I ain't gonna do it to the folk, but I could go on about Jill all day, and I know that you can as well.
Yes.
So I'm gonna end it on this note. Let the folks know how they can find you if you would like to be found.
Sure. It's on Instagram and the Twitters. Yeah. Mr. Temujin Scott. TEMUJINSCOTT. Mr. MR. Temujin Scott. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why he's a Jill Scott fan.
No, that ain't why. My last name Leslie, and there's somebody with that last name whose music that I'm not into. And that's all I gotta say about that. However.
But that's really my last name too, though. That's because I know other people, lovers of singers, they put the favorite singer's last name. No, that's my daddy's last name for real. Love you, but that's my
daddy's name Scott, so I'm calling Scott,
Right. Word.
Yes. So, and the only reason I cut you short is because we gotta have you back.
Oh,
something else.
I love this.
And the way you talk about music and you feel it, I feel whatever else you would pick that we it's gonna be.
Yes.
Yes.
But the future people, the future guests, the song that you pick, we ain't got to be like this for, because we could talk about anything.
Yeah.
Word.
So y'all don't stress out about the song you pick. We're gonna talk about that thing, good, bad, or indifferent, and it's gonna be fun.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for this. I appreciate this.
Yes,
I really
thank you.
Thank you so much.
This was so fun.
You gotta come back now.
Like sure. I'm excited. Like you got me. I was already excited coming into it, but now I'm just like, yeah.
Like finding your tribal members. Like, oh,
look,
is that? Oh, sister. Oh.
Yes. But yeah, once again, thank you for hanging out with us and talking about Miss Jill Scott.
Yes.
And to all the viewers, we will catch y'all on the next episode of Catch That. I'm enunciating like Jill. Peace. Hey y'all, and welcome back to another mini fan episode of Catch That, where we get to know people through their favorite R&B songs. I am Naturally Alise, and that's my bro,
JR.
And today we are welcoming back one of me and JR's favorite people, like word up, favorite. And
I suppose.
That is Vernell, aka we call him Neltron. Hey, bro.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Always happy to be here. Thank y'all for having me again, man. Always a pleasure to be here.
Okay. So, tell the folks just a little bit about you if they didn't see your last episode, as much as you want them to know, and then we'll jump right into it.
My name is Vernell. I go by Neltron 8000. I messed up my name they got my wife's name on there, so never mind that. I'm from New Orleans. Love music, lover of art, lover of music, different cultures, food, and I just love talking about music every day, all day. Yep.
Every day.
Every day.
All day.
All day.
So, yes. So, what song did you pick for us to talk about today?
This time I went with Everybody's a Star by Sly and the Family Stone. From this album right here, one of my favorites. And
Damn,
yeah, that's the song.
over there.
Let me see it.
Huh?
Hold
I
up
forgot
again.
my
I'm
Bible
sorry.
is over there.
Yes. Okay.
It's the greatest. This is the greatest hits version. But yeah, that's the song I went with.
All right. Well, when do you remember first hearing it, and how did it make you feel that first time?
The year was 1991. Sicily. No, it was 1992. I was on a road trip with these four gentlemen. We were going to Atlanta at the time. I had just moved back to New Orleans. And so we was going on a road trip, about three other dudes. Two of them were musicians. And we sit in the car and I'm hearing different songs. And then Everybody is a Star comes on. And I'm like, I've never heard this. And it just blew my mind. And I couldn't believe the way they were singing it. It's a very short song, but in that short span, Sly just packs in all this joy. Like, everybody really is a star. Sometimes we don't recognize it, and people take different paths and don't realize that God put a gift in every one of us. So that's what I got from it, and that's how it makes me feel. I just realized listening to this greatest hits album in the car, how Janet sampled. That's when I started getting into how hip hop and R&B sampled from Sly and George Clinton, Parliament, so forth and so on. So yeah, it made me feel. It's one of them warm feelings you get, and your mind is blown. So I was on the car ride, and they was looking back at me like, "What you know about that young blood?" And I'm like, I know now. I didn't know before, but I know now. So yeah, that song is amazing, man. The lyrics.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those songs to where, like, you don't just listen to it with your ears. It's like you kind of feel it in your body. Like, it's just,
exactly.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's spiritual to me.
It is. It really is.
I agree. I totally agree with that. And how you said, like, everybody's a star. I feel like musically, this song, everybody shines on this song. Everybody. Yes. And I mean the musicians, the vocalists, like everything. This kind of reminds me of like I Wish, not spiritually, but musically, because I feel like every instrument shines on I Wish, right? Like every music, like everything Stevie did on that record shines. On Everybody's a Star, everybody shines on this record. Like, you got Cynthia Robinson playing the trumpet.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's focused. And then you got Jerry Martini that's playing the sax, which everybody know I'm going to say it. I'm a horn lover. Yes.
Right.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But yeah, so it was like that. To me, it's the star of this story, this song of star of the story. Thanks, bro.
You got Larry Graham on a bass.
Oh yeah.
You got his brother. What's his brother? Frankie? No, Freddie. Freddie and Rose are singing on it too with Larry.
Yes. They singing on it, but like Larry playing the hell out of that bass too. You know what I'm saying? He getting his James Jamerson on this joint. Like, he real, is. Like, this song completely like shines, and like y'all said, it's such an inspirational record because a lot of people don't also give Sly a lot of respect of putting political and inspirational song, lyrics into his songs. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because he was like, everybody's a star and you're trying to be happy when the system is trying to bring you down. Like, he's just letting it be known for what we were going through during that time. It's like, we got to try to be happy when the system ain't for us to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So
never been like, for us. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like him putting that into a song and doing all that. It was just like, this was a dope thing too, because I feel like, again, a lot of people don't give Sly and the Family Stone respect as far as making funk commercial.
Right.
Because I feel like James Brown was the one that we all know that made, funk a lot for people to see it. But now when you get Sly that came in with like Dance to the Music, that's funky.
Sing a Simple Song.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
My Lady.
Like, Everyday People, like these songs are so like funk, and he brought it to the commercial point and it started being big records,
Yeah, and Everybody's a Star is the B-side, so thank you for letting me be myself.
Let's talk about that for a second. Thank you, sis. Thank you for bringing that up, y'all. That's a dope ass B-side. Like, you think, like, because B-sides is normally like a song
about that, they got their money worth.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. And what really go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no. When you think of a B-side, you think of a B-side, it didn't make the album, you put it on the B-side, it's whack. But then when you listen, you're like, shit, this song is just as good as Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself. Like, what was y'all thinking? You know what I'm saying? But
then he was one of the few guys that had mixed gender, mixed race, and all in one band. It was usually all black or all white or all males or all females, but he got everybody together. Like, look, if we can make it, you can make it if you try. You know what I'm saying? So,
even though probably Sly probably took all the credit for it. Because if you look on the liner notes, don't you just see produced by Sylvester Stewart? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you see. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't play that trombone. You ain't play that sax.
You didn't sing that note.
You know what I mean? Like, you could have.
Sly had some extracurricular activities he was involved in that created that ego to get so big. But he still's a genius.
Yeah. But, absolutely. And for him to put this on a greatest hits album, because I think me and Neltron was talking about this like a few months ago, how the hell you put your greatest hits album that came out in 1970 is your biggest commercial success. Like, you would have thought like Dance to the Music is it. You would have thought Stan would have been it. You thought it would have been, you know what I'm saying? There's a riot going on. But it's the greatest hits. And during that time, literally, he only had like 4 hits. That was it. Like, when that album came out in 70, you had 4 hits. I think it was Dance to the Music, Stan, what was it? Shoot. Damn, it's 2
Sing
more.
a Simple Song? Was it Sing a Simple Song?
It could have been, and Everyday People. That was it. So how the hell you got a greatest hits? But then when I found out that, during that time, everybody brought out an album every kind of year or brought out 2 albums in 1 year. Because, it wasn't really album-based before then. It was all singles. So everybody, so during that time, it was like they didn't have an album out then. So the label was like, well, let's bring out a greatest hits album to keep their name out there, to keep, have people know.
That's a way to kind of re-release your album without saying that.
Oh, man. It was a genius move. Great marketing move.
It's very savvy. I think that's probably why a lot of people do greatest hits, because a lot of the greatest hits stuff that I see or hear, it's just like Sly. Like, it's only really 3 or 4 actual hits, and the rest are just kind of fan favorites that they throw on there. And
it's such a greatest hits, and I don't really do greatest hits like that. I like the album.
I never like the song selection on them.
Right. I'd rather have the album, the B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made Sly put three or four other songs on there, which was "Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself" and freaking "Everybody's a Star," and then they made them put these on there, and it was like, wait a minute, y'all could have did a whole damn album if you wanted to. Like,
Yeah.
You know, the only greatest hits albums that I own, literally all of them are Motown from the 60s. You know,
I got Marvin's
70s,
greatest
because,
hits. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
but like the early Motown stuff, like I have like Marvelettes and Four Tops and like
wow.
Temptations and stuff. But that's because those years weren't about albums. It was about singles
all the
anyway.
singles.
So I need something to
Yeah.
pull the good songs because there's a lot of filler in there. So I need something that's gonna pull the good songs. But I think that's the only greatest. Otherwise, I'd never like what's on Greatest Hits.
And then back then too, they was also everybody will be redoing everybody's song. So it was like, who wants to hear that on the album? I'm like, just give me the single. That's why, like you said, I got the Supremes anthology. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got all of their anthologies. So it doesn't make sense for me to, I don't want them albums back then. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, because I got like a Temptation anthology. You know, I have a Smokey Robinson and the Miracles anthology, you know, all those different ones. I even have a Jackson 5.
Sly has an anthology. Sly has an anthology too.
Ooh.
But I have that on disc. I don't have it on wax. It's pretty good too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did y'all like any covers from Everybody's a Star?
I'm gonna tell you the one version I did dig. I think they did a good job. Was the Roots.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, man. Thought snapped on it, and the way they chopped it up, they didn't just sample it. They flipped it. They chopped it up, and then oh man, yeah. I think Questlove might have had it. No, and they did a great job with sampling Everybody's a Star off the Tipping Point album, man. They did a good job with that.
Because I thought maybe because y'all know the Jackson 5.
Right? That was the intro to the album, right?
Yeah.
What, Tipping Point?
No, yeah. The Everybody's a Star. That was the intro, right?
On the
Roots. Yeah.
I haven't listened to the album in years, Liz. I'll be lying if I told you.
I thought it was, honestly.
It could be.
I'll look it up.
Yeah,
because the way it starts, man, they got started off with
like
trumpets.
Because I feel it's not even a whole. It's not even a whole actual song.
It's short.
Let me not.
Like
a little bit over 2 minutes, or maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is mad short.
Okay. And then because I asked y'all.
Yeah, it's the first song. It's the intro. Yeah. Okay.
Wow. It is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you remember that?
Yeah, I thought it was. That's why I was like, I thought that was the intro for real. Because it's the reason why I asked, because I was like, the Jackson 5 did it, right? And everybody sings on it. Like everybody.
Wait, Jackson 5 did a rendition of Everybody's a Star?
Yes, they did.
On what album?
It wasn't on the album. You know, they did so many. They put it like.
Was this the Gamble & Huff days, or they were still?
No, this was Motown days.
Wow.
And it was on like a collection. I think it was like the Jackson 5 Millennium Collection that they did, and they did it. And you hear Tito singing on it. He got a little part on it. Jermaine.
Don't do that.
Don't take it personal.
And I just watched the Catch That with Law over again. I was watching it while we had downtime at work yesterday, and I actually skipped to the part where you tried to do the Jermaine Jackson shade, and Law got in your ass.
Who? Anyway, he didn't gather me like that, but it was
the gathering of all gatherings that
It was cute. Anyway.
Oh man, y'all silly.
And then because I say that to say because a lot of the covers that so many people did, I feel like with that song, if you was in a group, everybody got shine on it. It wasn't just like the lead. So Michael didn't, you know what I'm saying, just didn't sing the joint. You know what I mean? Then the Pointer Sisters did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sleeping. I gotta go back and do my homework.
They did it on their album Energy that was in 78.
Wow.
They did it.
Damn.
And then of course, and then Gladys and
I have that album. I need to listen to it. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, and they
I've heard it, but I don't remember it.
They really slowed it down, like for real. Like it's slowed down, and you hearing the harmonies and all that from them. So that's what you're getting. And then my girl Gladys and the Pips did it.
I'm ignorant of this. I'm today years old, bro. Wow.
This is of course, this is Motown, where they didn't really pay Gladys and them really too much attention. So they were doing a lot of covers during that time. But they did it, and you hearing the Pips like they blowing on the joint. So I say that to say, because going back to the musicality of the song, how everybody was shining on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fred was shining on it. Rose shined on it. Sly was shining on it. The musicians were shining on it. So if you're going to cover it as a group, everybody is going to shine on it. And that's what that type of song is, because it's so musically inclined to me, but it's so simple, but yet so defining to me. Like that's why
my favorite part of that song is the end, when Sly come in with the organ and he just keeps that note, it just fades out into that organ. Man, I lose it every time I hear it. I get goosebumps, and I'm just like, this dude Sly was sick, man. Yes.
And then with Larry Graham playing on as the bass, right? Because I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all feel like with him creating Grand Central Station, was that kind of like a little like a playoff of Sly and the Family Stone, if you think about it?
Grand Central Station? What, just the title of the group?
No, just the group as a period. Because like when you listen to their songs, like,
I see what you're saying.
When you hear like Release Yourself, it reminds me of Dance to the Music.
Yeah. You're going to get pieces of something that you were a part of so long. But shoot, but knowing what we know about Sly now, I'd have went and made my own shit too.
True shit on that one. True shit on that.
Yeah, Larry saw the signs.
You don't know how much of that stuff was Larry Graham.
Facts.
Right.
Remember you said it, Sly just put his name on it.
Yeah, because when I think Larry left, Larry was gone by the time There's a Riot going on, right? Larry was going, or was he on that?
Larry left in like 72. I think so. I think he might have been there with There's a Riot going on. Because I know he wasn't, because 73 is when he created Grand Central Station.
Okay.
And then after that, it was like he was with that. You know what I'm saying? And Sly had to get all new people, because I think Stan, or maybe the Greatest Hits was the last album. The original was all together. And then after that, people started leaving because, again, no credit. So they're not getting any money. So they like, shit, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to create my own stuff.
They saw the writing on the wall. Like, yo, we about to jump ship before this ship goes underwater. We got to get out of here. So
Right.
Famous funk band, the most famous. It's the same issues. People weren't getting credit. People weren't getting paid. People.
Yeah. It's always
to run me that money. Yeah.
But I mean, see, and then that shows the difference of what the music is now and what music was back then. People back then didn't really know about contracts. They just want to make music and be famous. You know what I mean? Like that. People, look, whatever. If this is gonna get me to do music that I love and put my heart and soul into it, I can care less. But then when you start growing into the business, you like, well, wait a minute. He getting all that? He didn't do this part. How the hell he getting money and I'm getting a little table scratch? You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't fair. But see, now everybody is going to it more like a business rather than the love of the music. And that's why it's being completely different. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, but it's just like, I'm
happy they getting their business savvy now, but I need quality music, like Be My Fiasco, like a complete album. Yeah. Everything is like 5 songs here, 6 songs there. Like I ain't gonna say it, but you know who I want. I want an album from her, like Alex Isley.
Oh yeah.
I want a
Oh
complete
yeah.
album with her
Oh,
and
man.
Jack Dine, or
Oh.
just give us a complete album, please, Alex. If you watch this, give us a complete album, please.
God. I love her.
We love you.
I love her so much.
Me too.
Yeah,
Oh
she
God.
is.
I love her. Oh, God.
Yeah.
So has we definitely know the song changed how you listen to music, but has it changed or affected your life in any way?
It just, I guess when you having a rough week or a rough day, and I play this song still to this day, like this week, the last few weeks just been crazy at work. So I'll put this on and I'm in better spirits. It just lifts my spirit and the vibrations get higher. It's not a slow vibration anymore. So it still affects me in a great way. I'm gonna play this for my kids and my grandkids. It's just an amazing song. So,
Now
yeah.
this
I love
is
that.
yes, and now this is a song. Now I'm about to give Neltron some flowers right here. But you know, I think this is a song that I would have thought you would have picked. You know why? Because I feel like Neltron, you have that inspiration to make you feel good. Like when you talk to you on the phone, you make you feel better if you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You give you that inspiration. You make you want to smile on the phone. You make you want to laugh. Like, and this song makes sense on why you picked it because again, you got that inspirational stuff in you. You know what I mean? Like anytime you call me on the phone, it's just like if I'm in a bad mood or whatever, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think this song, I'm not shocked that you picked it. Now look,
Appreciate
don't think
that,
I'm gonna do this all the time now. You get
Right.
it? No.
But yeah,
I'm
that's why
gonna accept that, man. I appreciate
just for
that.
giving you
y'all.
flowers. Also, yo, let me tell you, when I hurt my back, and then when I was going through something else before,
Yeah,
this thing right here
that thing right there. Yeah.
made sure to check on me every day.
Yep.
Cause y'all, I mean, likewise, I gotta give y'all flowers. Y'all inspire me. So it's what's the big word that Lauryn Hill used?
It's
Reciprocity.
Yeah, reciprocity. Yeah.
Reciprocity. Yeah. Yeah, y'all inspire me too, man. It's sometimes I'm without words to just what y'all doing. I can't wait to see the Duke episode. All the moves y'all making with the radio show, to catch that show. So everybody that's in the tribe that we know, G, Sin, Sugar, everybody, Midnight, Chastity, y'all inspire me, and I'm definitely working on something. So I got to get it out. There's a lot of art and music and just stuff that I've been having since I was a little kid. So y'all truly inspire me. But yeah, man, if y'all didn't inspire me, I'd be like I wouldn't call y'all. So you know.
That's fair.
Yeah. And y'all mess with me, but it's all love.
Yeah.
We mess with you.
Y'all be gathering me sometimes.
That's also reciprocity too, because you be
Yeah,
coming.
it is.
You be coming
Yeah.
for us.
Yes, he do. On the low, he do. But like Alise said, you ain't low. You ain't low.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you my shade. Be messy.
So, if you want to be found, how can people find you?
I'm on IG and Twitter at Neltron 8000. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you coming back. I think we bugged you about coming back.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, y'all did. Y'all dragged me. Y'all was like, my brother, you need to pick a date. And it's just so much been going on since the storm out here. But we had to reschedule. Things happen. Life happens.
Life be life.
I'm always appreciative of both of you for inviting me to. And I'm sure I'm gonna be back. I got like 8 songs, R&B songs to discuss with y'all. So.
Oh, we know. Oh, we know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, girl. But yeah, again, we thank you, and we also thank our audience, and we will catch y'all on the next episode of Catch That.